My parents are Bob and Margaret Sakamoto. We grew up on a small farm in Medicine Hat. My mother bought me a guitar when I was 8, I think. I took guitar lessons for 2 years, and then I started playing hockey. But the love of music never went away. When I was playing junior hockey, I was playing at the Calgary Corral and got hurt, and so I was in hospital, and I was watching television, and then one Saturday afternoon, there's a American Bandstand, and I thought, holy cow, they're having lots of fun. Medicine had nothing. They had nothing for us teenagers to do. And so I thought, well, you know, this isn't a bad thing. Maybe I could get my father to borrow me some money and I'd start a club and run it on Fridays and Saturdays. Well, it was my mother, actually, who said, okay, you know, we believe in you, go for it.
I met Ron, and Ron was a promoter in Western Canada, based out of Lethbridge. Primarily at that point, Ron was a rock promoter. Now, as you know, he's Canada's #1 country promoter, but I've known Ron as a promoter. I think Ron had it tough. He made a point of saying, I'm not going to fail no matter what. I may not have this opportunity, but I'm going to work so hard and I'm going to study and learn as much as I can. I think he's a very smart man, so he had to do something.
What I did was partnered. I partnered with the 2 top other promoters in Canada, which was Donald K. Donald out of Montreal and Michael Cole out of Toronto. And so we had a lot of relationships with different artists, and Donald did Quebec and the Maritimes, Michael did Ontario, and I did the West. And so we teamed up.
My first impression of Ron Sakamoto was probably everybody's first impression. He walks into a room and he lights it up. He's got a huge smile, he's got a wonderful laugh. What drives him to success is trying to take the gifts that he's been given and giving them back.
Calgary was completely barraged and flooded, and Ron called up asking me to help him put together a concert in Calgary to benefit all the flood victims. We put it together in a week or so and raised I think it was $2.5 million for Calgary. He cares a lot about people, and that always stood out to me.
To me, it's mostly about relationships, honesty and integrity, and everybody working at the shows, from the security guard to the stagehand. We didn't treat anybody different.
Ron has never ever treated any artist like they work for him. He believes in working together. That's what makes Ron special.
Ron Sakamoto is a pioneer. He's a legend of the Canadian music industry, but actually of the music industry. He's been doing it over 50 years. I don't know anyone who's literally been successful for 50-some-odd years, 5 decades in a business of change, and I think it's because he's honest, has integrity, and has a love for music.
You're taking a guy that was literally born in a chicken coop, a guy that never moved to LA or New York or Nashville or any big city. He decided to sort of set his roots in Lethbridge, Alberta, and he never left. Ron, in the words of Sinatra, did it his way, you know? And he was very, very successful at that.
I'm so honored to be receiving this tremendous, tremendous award, because it encompasses all music. It's not just one genre, but it's all music in Canada, and it's the biggest.